Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of Stadium Spotlight. This is the show where we look at different and unique stadiums in the show. And today we have 5 different stadiums. You can check the description for the names of each stadium so you can check them out for yourself. If you enjoyed the series and you want more, then please consider liking and subscribing. If you have your own stadium you want me to look at, make sure to put your online ID and the name of the stadium in the comments below and I'll be sure to check it out. The first stadium we're going to be looking at is Modern Polo Grounds, and this is an XP version of the stadium. So in left field it is 300, to dead center field it is 400, with 403 being the furthest distance in right and left center field, and then down the right field line it is 300. And just like the name implied, is basically just a modernized version of Polo Grounds. I mean, you should know what Polo Grounds is by now. But in the stadium we have 2 decks of seats that wraps all the way around the entire stadium. Kind of gets cut off in center field. It's got the Polo Ground batter's eye. And then behind home plate we have this building, probably just an entrance into the stadium. Looks pretty cool, and we got a Jumbotron right behind it. I don't know if that screen will get in the way of the picture. And this is what the outside of the stadium looks like. As you can see, 2 decks of seats all the way around the stadium. And we got 3 different buildings surrounding the stadium as well. And in right and left field we do have a bunch of grass area. The fences might have been just pushed in for XP purposes to get home runs. I don't know if there's any fence layouts that'll push it back. Into dead center field, above the second deck of seats, we do have 2 Jumbotrons and a ribbon scoreboard above it. And I don't know if you call the suite level a third deck, but technically we do have 3 decks of seats that wraps around the stadium. Here's what the stadium looks like from above, and here's what it looks like at night. Next stadium we're going to be looking at is Hallin Stadium. This is one of the more unique stadiums that I've seen in the show. It looks very original and I love the detail to it. So let's go ahead and check it out. So down the left field line is 384. To dead center field it is 440. 440 or 434 to dead center field. And then down the right field line is 313. So this stadium is definitely a lefty's paradise. 313 down the right field line and 380 and 440 to dead center field. But if you do want to make it a hitter's ballpark, then you might want to change the altitude, because I think it's only at like 280. So fly balls to left field are not going to get out very much. Behind home plate we have 2 decks of seats with some suites in between the bottom deck and the upper deck. And these seats wrap all the way from the left field foul pole to the right field foul pole. Right field, same thing, 2 decks of seats, technically 3. The upper deck in right field continues, but it is a little lower than the one behind home plate. And on the bottom concourse, there are 2 sections of seats that's divided by this bullpen. To the top of these sections, we have a concourse level that connects all the way to center field. And right below the upper deck, we do have another concourse level. And in right center field, we have a standing room only bar area. And we also got some shops and some restaurants on the concourse level. To dead center field, we have the frame slate green base batter's eye. As you can see, the second concourse level continues here into left field of a Jumbotron right above the batter's eye in the concourse level. Left center field we have some standing room only. Really reminds me of the standing room and bar area that you'll see in Miami. On the bottom level we have a pool. To left center field we have a large section of seating. At the top of the section we do have another concourse level. We have some picnics here. It looks like a play area for some kids. And then down the left field line we have another bullpen. And here's what the stadium looks like outside. Here's what the stadium looks like from above. And here's what it looks like at night. Next stadium we're going to be looking at is the Moon. This is definitely one of the best Moon stadiums that I have seen in this game. Left field is 330. To dead center field it's 403, with 404 being the furthest distance in right center field. And then down the right field line it is 330. Behind home plate there are 3 decks of seats, and these sections do get smaller the higher up they go. And some of these fans need to watch out because they are abducting fans from the seats. To right field we have some space colonies lined up here. I'm guessing that's where all the fans live in between games. To right field we have this giant rock wall with some advertisements and a Jumbotron on it. And to the moon right above it. And into right center field we got a mini golf course. Center field we got the frame slates blue base batter's eye. Behind it we got some rocks and I guess some skyscrapers. I don't know how they got that to space, but we got 2 skyscrapers. To left center field we got a giant UFO. And then beyond that we have a bar and grill. It's kind of hidden in the rocks, but I really like the look of that. Super cool. To left field we got a floor of rocks We got some different objects and distances, so obviously down the line 330. We got 400, 450, 500, and 550. Might have to try and hit this one, see if the distances are accurate. To left field, out of play, we got some amusement rides. So we got a giant lighthouse slide and a drop tower. And it's kind of hidden, especially with the color of the rocks. We got a lot of light towers to light up the stadium. And this is what the stadium looks like from the outside. It's so massive I can't get it inside the screen. And above it we do have some asteroids just floating there. This is what the stadium looks like from the outside. And here's what it looks like at night. For our throwback stadium of the episode, we're going to be looking at future Dback's Ballpark. And this stadium was created by DarkWolf0077. I'll leave a link to the original video in the description. But down the left field line is 360. To dead center field is 400, with 405 being the furthest distance in left center field. And then down the right field line is 375. So definitely not a hitter's ballpark. As you can see behind home plate, there were 2 main decks of seats, but we do have 3 decks of seats if you count the suites right here and then the ones on top of, I guess, the St. Louis bars. And then we got a floating triangular scoreboard just right of the right field foul pole. And we also got one to the left of the left field foul pole. And on the base of all the seating, we do have a ribbon scoreboard. Right field, again, we get 2 main decks of seats. Against the wall in right field, we do have the NL West Champions, Wildcard, and World Series banners. To dead center field, we got some suites, or business suites, I guess. And then the second deck wraps all the way into left field. For the batter's eye, we got the 2-tiered dark blue batter's eye. To the right of the batter's eye, we got a home run party deck. To the left of it, we got a pool. It's not a Dback stadium without a pool in the outfield. And to the left field, we got 3 decks of seats. This time we actually have a actual third deck, unlike around the stadium where we have maybe like a sliver of a third deck. To the right of the third deck, we have a huge jumbotron. This is what the stadium looks like from the outside. We do have jumbotrons on the glass on each side of the stadium, and the roofing is very unique. You don't see this design that often, but I really like it. This is what the stadium looks like from above, and here's what it looks like at night. For the final stadium of today's episode, we are at Las Vegas Dome and Casino. This is a pretty compact but really unique stadium, and it really gives me the vibe that it's inside a resort and casino that you'll find in Vegas. Down the left field line is 315. To dead center field is 403, with 404 being the furthest distance in left center field. And then down the right field line is 315. Behind home plate there are 2 main decks of seats, but it does have a third deck. You got some suite levels above the second deck, and a lot of concessions on the concourse level. There's not a lot of room for people to walk around, but these people aren't real, so it doesn't really matter. And like I said, this stadium is very compact, so there is like no room between the fence and the upper deck. It kind of reminds me of Miami, how the upper deck basically hangs over the fence in right field. On the bottom level, we have a concourse level and some picnics up against the wall. On the second deck, we have a party section right in the middle, splitting the section into 2. And then the third deck connects to the second deck that you'll see behind home plate. That wraps all the way to center field. To center field, we have the stone-walled slate batter's eye. And right above this batter's eye, we do have a little concourse standing room area. And above that, we have the Royals main jumbotron in center field. Left field, the seats aren't as compact and up against the wall as right field, but they are pretty close. We have a nice standing room in left field, probably just a bar. Behind it we have a team store and some seating above the team store. And then we have an escalator connecting these seats to the upper deck. We got some more standing room up here and a bar. And we got a giant jumbotron in left field. In the back wall to the stadium is a hotel and casino. And can't forget to mention the pool in left center field with the words Las Vegas right above it. There is so much going on in the stadium, it is so laggy trying to just get out of the stadium. But here's what the outside looks like. Looks like a couple ramps connecting the bottom sections to the upper deck. And the casino and hotel extend well beyond the stadium. Probably what's creating all this lag and creating a shadow are these giant skyscrapers surrounding the stadium. Here's what the stadium looks like from above. And here's what it looks like at night. that's pretty much it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this series and you enjoy Stadium Spotlight, then please consider liking, subscribing. That's the best way to tell me that y'all do enjoy this series. And if you have your own stadium you want me to look at, make sure to put your online ID and the name of the stadium in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check it out. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace!